MCPAWS is a local animal welfare organization serving the West Central Mountain community of Idaho. We have our animal shelter, our thrift store located in downtown McCall, as well as MCPAWS Veterinary Hospital, which is located just outside of Donley. The one thing that really ties all of those things together is pets and people.
My husband and I, we heard that there were puppies at MCPAWS. Bowie was a very laid-back dog. His siblings were all over me trying to eat my hair. Then we went and looked at some of the older dogs, and Bailey was in the office. Craig leaned down to say hi to her, and she put her forehead against his forehead. We both knew without saying it in that moment, we were going to get 2 dogs that day. One was going to be a puppy, and the other was going to be this beautiful old soul right here.
I think the role of MCPAWS in the community is to provide shelter for animals, but we've expanded our role to also provide support and, if you will, shelter to the community.
We've got a lot of different services that help people and their animals return to owner, spay, neuter, our community clinic program, and just basic owner support. Dogs and cats, their first home hopefully should be their forever home.
At MCPAWS Thrift Store, we do a number of things, not just for the cats and dogs of the animal shelter, but for the people of McCall.
Some examples that we've had recently are fires, people losing everything, and we kind of have everything here that they could possibly need.
People who maybe are just down on their luck, who don't have the money to afford clothes for an interview or show up at their first day of work. We're able to help. And of course then the profits to help the shelter are amazing. Everything that we do, all of our proceeds go to MCPAWS Animal Shelter.
We're able now, as of 2020, to have this wonderful room, which is our cat library. We have adopted over 100 cats in here.
We always call it the most unexpected thrift store purchase. You go in the thrift store looking for a shirt, you come back with a kitten.
It's my dream job. I finally got it when I retired.
I love the MCPAWS Thrift Store because we know that it helps build this organization up that has been such a solid part of the community for so many years.
We opened the MCPAWS Vet Hospital in early 2020. We merged the 2 veterinary hospitals, Long Valley Vet Clinic and Donley Vet Hospital, and right after that, we started to see all these people either coming to town to visit for extended periods of time or coming to town to move here and to live here. So what was going to be, yes, some increased need for vet services started to grow a lot quicker.
It was a little bit scary knowing that the vets in the community wanted to retire. And so I feel like MCPAWS stepped in and took on a really big responsibility, and it helped our community remain safe.
We provide all the services that a typical veterinary clinic provides. The benefit of being here, I think, is that our profits go to help the shelter. We're providing service to the community in multiple ways.
Through this last year, we found a lot more people who have lost a job, lost their income, lost their business, lost everything they had, and we help provide that safety net through the thrift store and through our shelter and hospital by offering services to people who can't otherwise afford it.
We have a fund called Gracie's Fund where we've been able to help people do surgeries on their animals that really helped the animal where the owner may have not been able to do it otherwise.
It's great to have that support and comfort and know that your animal's healthy and they're doing well and that you can access those resources here.
I have been an animal lover forever.
I am an animal person. I do love dogs and cats. Looking back onto my childhood, my favorite animal was from MCPAWS.
It's just that connection that the animals bring to us.
They provide something for us as human beings that is just kind of almost indescribable, the support and the emotional well-being. You know, we're an animal service organization, but everything we do is dependent on people. It's dependent on the people that work for us, it's dependent on the people who volunteer for us, and it's dependent on the people who care for the animals that we're trying to help.
I love that the employees here always say, I never have a bad day at work.
Working at the shelter it's just so satisfying.
I do love being part of MCPAWS. It's great. It's awesome.
Feels good. You're helping the animal and you're helping the person also.
It is the most fantastic feeling in the world to have someone walk through our front door and be able to be like, make that connection and be like, I've got the right dog or cat for you. And know that the animal is going to go into a loving home and know that that person is going to have that love and joy for years to come. It gets you through the hard stuff.
This organization started as a volunteer organization, and we're lucky enough to still have many of those original founding volunteers involved.
I am one of the original founders of MCPAWS, which I'm extremely proud of. We started out in a little brick building out on the airport runway. It was quite a handful to take over that responsibility, but we just kept working at it and we kept advertising and more people came to help, and look where we are today. Who would have guessed?
McCall is a dog-loving, cat-loving community, and people here need an organization like us to support them.
MCPAWS is one of those organizations that is kind of the heart of the community.
I wouldn't like to think what it would be like if MCPAWS wasn't here. If someone who was in that dire situation and needed to bring us their animal unfortunately couldn't do that, I don't know what that would mean for the health of our community.
If MCPAWS wasn't here, people would have to go back to the valley, have to go back to Boise with animals. We'd lose a lot of animals that were being transported and wouldn't make it that journey. So it provides a safety net for the animals, and we provide a safety net for people here in the community.
When we talk about a holistic approach, this is every single angle covered. People, animals, animal care, vet care.
It's a great, multifaceted place where so many amazing things happen.
So people like Kaiser can have a home.
I can't even count how many days that I've been sitting at home or out with Bowie and Bailey on an adventure and thinking about how grateful I am that MCPAWS didn't just give us one dog in our family, but allowed us to bring home 2 dogs in our family that day.
We love this community. We love our furry friends. Sky's the limit for where MCPAWS is going to go in the future.
We would really like to provide more service. We are providing the best care we can, but I know we can do better.
I just can't imagine where we're going to go next.